Well, good morning, YouTube. All right, today I am down in Gainesville, Georgia at MHC Kenworth. All right, the reason I came down here, if you guys remember, I have been trying to find the temperature sensors for those rear ends, multiple places with no avail. And yesterday I was able to call here and they had them in stock. Unfortunately, they would not allow me to pay for them over the phone and ship them to me. So I had no choice but to drive down here and get them. So it's almost a 2-hour drive to get here, but we're here, we've got them, so we can continue with the rear end project. Now, speaking of the rear end project, yeah, I know, when I closed the video a couple of days ago, I told you we were going to work on it, and we did. However, we are not quite finished with it yet, which is why you haven't seen the video. But not to give away too much, but Talon and I, with the help of Gabriel, got the second drive installed, but it was late in the evening and didn't have time that day to get the front one installed. So we called it quits for the night and plan on going back the next morning and doing the front one. And then we had 3 days worth of non-stop rain, which definitely inhibited our project. On top of that, I got sick for a day or two, so that kind of hurt a little bit as well. Now today, the weather is beautiful. Talon is out working at the moment, so I can't do the rear end on my own, so I figured I'd take the chance to come down here to Gainesville and pick up the parts that we needed and get that done. So as soon as we finish that project, I will release that video. I've got like 3 videos in the works right now, if you count the one I'm recording right now. So I've also got a Prison Preacher's bike in the shop, doing handlebars and some other services to it, and I'm not quite done with it yet. Again, the not feeling so good in the weather has kind of put a dampener on that as well. So once they are all completed, those videos will be released. But then I also figured, hey, while I'm here at the Kenworth dealership, why not get some footage of some of these pretty cool trucks? Right here next to me are 2 of these new T660 next gens that they call them. Apparently these are kind of the new bee's knees that Kenworth's putting out as far as aero trucks go. High efficiency, high reliability. They're getting really good reviews. This is the first time I've ever been able to look at one up close. Plus there's a beautiful W900 over here. There's a cool Mac across the way. So we'll walk around and take a look at some of these cool trucks. Guys, I have to admit, for an aero truck, these things are actually really nice. I actually love this color. It's kind of a gray slash beige metallic, but when the sun hits it, it's really, really pretty. I don't know if it's considered one of the legendary colors that they put on like the Peterbilts, but you know, it's all PACCAR, so it may be the same color schemes, I'm not sure. Now these trucks have disc brakes, which is pretty neat because the brakes are configured a little bit differently, and I've never actually worked on one with disc brakes. But I also noticed like the rear end housings, they're a lot smaller than what they are in our Kenworth. I don't know if ours is just built to a heavier spec, but definitely some differences in the way things are built on this truck than they are in our older model. Keep in mind, ours is a 1994. I expect a lot of things to change in almost 25-year period, 27, however long it's been. At a first glance, these 2 trucks look almost identical, but as I look closer at them, there are some minor differences. You see the wheel hubs on this one have got some type of air pressure regulation system on it, is what it looks like. And the APU units are different from this model compared to the other one. Other than that, they look relatively close. And I haven't seen inside, but exterior wise, they look really, really similar. Now, these have DOT numbers on them, so I'm assuming that they are not here for sale. They might be in on service or waiting for the customer to pick them up. The doors are locked on it, so I'm not going to try to get inside, but this one right here is really pretty. So let's take a look at this W900L. Beautiful color, nice chrome package on it. Looks really, really nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's got rear mounted cameras on the front fenders. That's pretty neat. I'm a big fan of cameras on trucks as long as they're not driver facing. All right, guys, and right here next to me is the Kenworth W990. Now, I know that this truck has been kind of controversial lately. Some people hate the styling, some people like it. I'll be honest, I kind of like it. I think it's a good looking truck. You know, it's still got kind of a classic look to it, but yet with a modern look kind of mixed in together, and I think that's kind of neat. You know, so I think it's a good mix of traditional and modern, all kind of mixed together. Now, I do hear some rumors though. I have heard that Kenworth is going to discontinue the W900L in favor of this truck. And that I don't think is a good idea. The W900L has had such a long run, and so many people love that truck. It is their favorite truck, their dream truck, the truck that they want to grow up to own someday. And I'm not saying that this truck isn't going to be somebody's dream truck, but I don't think that they should stop the sales of the W900 in favor of this truck. You know, I like the idea of having choices for the most part. And from the side-by-side studies I've seen, chassis-wise, the trucks are almost identical. It's just a matter of which body you put on them. So you can basically spec the trucks the same exact way, get the same exact performance, maybe with a slight aerodynamic advantage with this truck. That was not a Kenworth, but who doesn't love an old box Chevy? It's a good looking truck. Look at this thing. It still has a hood, and it's not a small hood, and it doesn't anteater, you know, like some of these other aero trucks do. So yeah, if you wanted a truck that was a good mix of old and new, this could be the new classic looking truck. You know, 20 years from now, this may be the truck that people want because it will at that point gain that heritage that the W900 has. But I still think they should keep the W900. Well guys, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get any interior shots of some of these trucks, but they had them all locked up. But I think that is going to conclude our visit here to MHC Kenworth in Gainesville, Georgia. I'm going to jump back in the Mini Cooper and head back home. So I want to thank you guys for following along. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And until the next time I see you, keep those engines running.